but it's still kind of mass produced enough. So produced.
Probably, yeah.
Sorry, your face could be like ugh.
Eat it, dick. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Mother God. It tastes so much worse coming back up.
Stand by. Going to air.
Stand by, Phil.
5,
Stand by music.
4,
Stand by announce.
3, 2, 1.
And fade up.
They're the Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks of Hobbs. American public, you are worthless.
Can't account for taste.
Your teaser from earlier on the loose adaptation.
The Human Torch was denied a bankroll.
Shove that Pulitzer Prize square up your ass.
I'm so happy.
I'm as best as you're going to get, ladies, so here you go.
We have
Shut up!
Then it's not a porn! Masturbatory bullshit. I get the joke now. Stupid,
kids.
wonderful thing. Yeah.
Here's some stickers.
Are you in the crosshairs of the woke mom?
To the bridge of Kazakh Doom.
What is happening in my mouth?
Pumpkin spice lattes. I was the mark. You were the mark, man.
You want to get high together? You want to drink?
Cinema.
Subterfuge, machinations. Wow.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, well, welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of 20 Years, 4 Beers. We are a podcast dedicated to rewatching movies from at least 2 decades ago, while simultaneously enjoying a minimum of 4 modern beers. My name is Steve, and this is my big brother,
Tim,
and we are coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have just watched and recorded our episode on Cinderella Man, which Tim hated. And as usual, we sit together and discuss another film or two, depending on the week, over another beer, and we refer to these as our happy hour episodes.
Hey, you guys. Happy hour is from 4 to 6.
In this happy hour, we will be covering a Steven Spielberg film, as we are contractually obligated to do, and rewatching 2005's War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds is an alien invasion story told through the eyes of a father, Ray, who is pretty estranged from his 2 kids, but still has them for a weekend. Ray and his kids are clearly distant with each other, but almost immediately after they arrive, New York City starts to be attacked by giant creatures, as is known to happen. The group must escape New York, or New Jersey, I think they're probably in, but soon finds out that life outside the city is not much better, and in some cases maybe worse. Together, they must try to survive this nightmare and hopefully find a way to take out the invaders before they are all turned to dust. The film is directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Josh Friedman and David Coep, and stars Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, Justin Chatwin, Miranda Otto, and Tim Robbins.
Come on, not my beer.
With our reactions and verdicts to the movie out of the way, we move on to the reactions to our beers that we drank while rewatching our subject movie.
And if you want to have sex with a disgusting bad brewer with a terrible attitude,
This is where we take a look back at our beers and give our expert ratings for our drinking buddies.
ugh, whatever. Hey, here's the truth.
This is Drinking Buddies.
Let's get weird.
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I was
Here, I thought it was Social Networks. I was like, oh, whatever, Tim, just talk.
Yeah, it's like, no.
There we go. Go ahead.
I had, in time of the season, an option from Haggard
If
Barrel.
you say pumpkin spice, I'm going to fucking...
Just wait till you what you have in your hand.
No! No, you tricky bitch. All right, go ahead. Fine.
I have a backup for you.
Fine. That's why you said backup, you bastard.
Exactly. So no, Haggard Barrel of St. Louis Park. They had a fresh hop oak aged lager.
Fresh
and I was
hop
like,
oak aged
right?
lager.
I was
They
like,
do some cool shit. They have
was
like
like-
an actual basement like aging area
yeah.
in there.
I was like, I'll give it a shot. It was really, really good. Again, we've waxed poetic enough about how great they are.
Fucker. You dick.
I'll get it back up for you.
Oh.
It was time of season, you know. It's
not even
October.
terrible, but
Next,
my
I know,
God.
right? We'll come back to it.
All right.
So I had a fresh hop oak aged lager, and so it was super mellow. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a fresh hop kind of bite to it. It was really, really complex. I loved it. It was like 4.5.
Yeah.
Like
Thanks
it was
for bringing that. Appreciate it.
Well, it was a 4-pack, and I was like, maybe I'll have it. And then I was like, I can't wait this long.
Okay, I'll have to swing over there.
And I went in there this week to try and
Was it
find
gone?
and it was now like an apricot thing. I'm like, nope.
Oh, dicks.
And then
Why would you put apricot in a beer?
I know. And then I had Prize out of Minneapolis, their Glamorama West Coast IPA. It was a 3.75 for me. It's got a nice bite to it, but it's still kind of mass produced enough. So
That was
produced.
probably, yeah.
Sorry, your face gave me like ugh.
Eat it, dick.
I had to try it. Yeah, so it was a good week for that. What'd you have?
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
It's not even like poorly made. It's I just don't like that flavor. Clearly, I don't like that flavor,
Yep.
right? I get it. Okay. I actually had two very strong beers. So out of Lexington Brewing and Distilling, if you really know that, Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company, out of Check's Notes, Lexington, Kentucky.
That works.
The Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout.
What?
So if you for your notes, you can just put Kentucky Bourbon
Yes.
Barrel Stout or something.
Yep, BBA.
12% ABV.
Ayo.
This was a tough one to rate because
Really?
initially I did not look at the bottle. I mean, I bought it but I just bought a single,
Mhm.
and I just didn't look at it. And I
I think
crack
I've
it.
seen this, like the horse.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had never had it before.
Yeah, true.
Other God, it tastes so much worse coming back up. All right. Initially, I came in at like a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I was like, it was a solid, like, well, it's a milk stout, right? But then I looked at it and I realized that it tasted like a generic milk stout, but it was 12% ABV.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me? Like, this is 12%. It was not boozy at all.
Nice.
Like, it was really good. And so, like, it tasted like a regular milk stout with just a slight bourbon flavor. And so, like, I love bourbon, and so I would love more bourbon flavor in it. So I did come in at a 4.25, but it was really good. Like, it was really well done.
Nice.
And then out of Boulevard Brewing Company,
Ooh.
I had never seen this before. Their proper pour. Just stop typing now because this is the entire name. You want to room. It's the proper pour, which I think is a series. Imperial Stout, double barrel aged in red wine casks and whiskey barrels.
What?
So it was
That's crazy.
just I guess proper pour Imperial Stout
Yeah.
is what you could put on there. I don't know if that's a line. I don't have more, but it's double barrel aged. So they barrel age it in red wine casks and then they barrel age it in whiskey barrels.
That's crazy.
It was 12.7 ABV. Mind you, I did not realize that they were this high. Now, don't get me wrong, alcohol doesn't affect me anymore. But it was really good. It had the barrel-aged whiskey feel, but also was kind of muted on the red wine flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I had 4.25 out of 5 on that. It was like a solid stout. 'Cause
Nice.
even though we're getting into the season of stouts, not whatever the fuck this thing is, but there aren't that many stouts anymore. And it's really pissing me off.
Yeah.
I talked to the beer guy at a liquor store near me, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to get some in, but there's not like 12 packs of stouts coming in. It's really frustrating me because this is the exact time of year I want just a nice, heavy, So I had to buy 2 singles for that.
That's good.
What the hell else are we drinking?
So, again, I wander through the store this week, and I'm like, you know what? It is the time of the year. I believe Halloween is next week.
Yep.
And so it was a spooky movie of sorts.
Kind of.
Like alien invasion type of thing. Prize Brewing out of Minneapolis. Their rye barrel-aged, barrel carving Imperial Pumpkin Ale. And I saw this. I'm like, I want this. Oh, but Steve's gonna hate
you
it.
knew where this was going.
I was like, this is going to be tough for you. But I like the description here. It's like freshly baked pumpkin bread from maturing our copper orange beer, blah, blah, blah. Includes cinnamon, nutmeg, and butterscotch flavors. Thank you for trying it. Again,
I had a few.
You had a few sips.
I had
We
a
have
few.
a
I
backup
only
option.
sips, man. I had nice.
You did good, yeah.
I did what you're supposed to do and choke it down.
For this type of Imperial Pumpkin Ale, I really like this.
100%.
It's really well made.
Totally understand. It's it's well crafted.
So much is cloying
got a boozy
and
flavor
over,
to it.
Like it's,
Totally.
I would say it's like probably a 4.5.
Yeah.
For me, it's really good. I will not drink the whole thing. It was a tall boy.
Yeah.
I'm like absolutely can dump yours out, and then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can have the
That's
backup. But I wanted to try it. Thank you.
I am abstaining from rating this because it's not fair.
Right.
Like it is a like again,
It's not your jam.
it is like I could see people who like that beer thinking this is outstanding. Prize does a good job.
Yeah.
I guess if I liked the beer, it would be a 4.25. It'd be like, oh my God, like this is amazing. I want to rate this as like a -7. So I'm kind of like, okay. But
God have
for those listening, I did not just sip it and like,
We've
I
had
was like,
bad ones before.
yeah,
that are pumpkin,
I
yeah.
could finish that right now.
Yeah.
Like I could.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I am like choosing not to, but it's not because the beer is bad.
Yeah.
It is not my jam.
So we're gonna do some editing magic on your part.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll get the backup.
Yeah, that's what we got, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Here we
Yep.
go.
If you guys were the inventors of Facebook, you'd have invented Facebook.
This is a social network
You don't have to be an intellectual property expert to understand the difference between right and wrong.
where we take a look back at the critical and fan reception from 2 decades ago.
Mark!
As usual, Tim takes point on this, so take it away, Tim.
You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
$1 billion.
I'm just letting Tim, like Tim and I we were going to cut this, but I'm just going to talk just a moment. I, honest to God, do not understand why people like pumpkin spice. I just don't get it. I don't need to go on the rant. It's out there. I think it's even in the starting. Pumpkin spice latte, like I get it.
Yeah.
It's my thing. I just don't like it. But I just, like, you know, some people think cilantro tastes like soap.
Yeah, Ellen does. Yeah.
Yeah.
She hates it.
And the chef at work insists that it's just not fresh enough cilantro, to which, you know, whatever Pompous asked. But cool. There's just something about that combination of spices to me. The clove and cinnamon and because none of it's actual fucking pumpkin. Like it's
Right?
just spices.
No.
It's not pumpkin.
It tastes good as a pie.
Does it?
I think so.
Well, Ellen's version of it is very delicious.
It's very good.
It was
But I
very
agree.
good. It's the
It
only
is-
pumpkin pie I would ever eat.
But I agree. It is
But I
one of
will
those
make a
things of, like-
pecan and an apple and have that instead.
Like, I would love to get more of, like, I think next Friday, hanging out, trick-or-treating, cool. I want to have more beer, like one type of a pumpkin thing. I don't want to buy, like, a 12-pack of it.
No.
What am I going to do with all that fucking pumpkin beer? It's, like,
No.
great. Dump it. So,
Anyway, Tim, what do you got for social
So
network?
then,
are we going to do the beer real quick?
yeah.
All right, yeah.
So, a
So,
little flavored.
yeah. We're into social network, but I'm not going to replay it. So, what do we got?
We'll come back to it. This is another option that I got that I've had
smells
this.
like beer.
No. From the main episode we had, Tripping Animals Brewing out of Doral, Florida. Their Everhaze, maybe Everhaze Hazy IPA with Citra, Cashmere, and Amarillo.
Have you had this before?
I have.
Are you like, I was like, you gatekeeping me? This is outstanding.
Yes, right?
Wow.
I knew I was like, oh, I'm going to hold this off. I'm going to have you the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the one that I got in
Yeah.
Florida when I was there. And I was like, oh, I will find
Yeah.
you whenever I can.
Yeah.
This is really good.
That's
right?
really good. That's a 4.5?
4.5.
That might be the best beer of the night.
It's solid, man. It's really good.
Wow.
So, yes, I unfortunately had a few of the 4-pack this week.
Cool. I'm going to finish this off then.
And you can absolutely
You can.
have the rest of it.
And you can have this shit in that glass. And there we go.
All right, so
you can have some of this. So social network, Tim.
social network.
Everyone's like, oh my God.
I've been waiting, bated breath.
Oh God.
6.6 out of 10. So
IMDb, right?
IMDb.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Peter Travers of Rolling Stone said H.G. Wells wouldn't recognize his 1898 novel in Spielberg's updated film version, but he would probably relate to the ensuing fear and panic that it captures.
Yeah, shocker. 1800s did not equate to early 2000s.
No. Terry Lawson of Detroit Free Press said the film is nerve-wracking, gripping, and draws specific parallels, both dramatically and visually, to 9/11, but never in a way that seems anything but natural. Roger Ebert, 2.5. Sorry. Step back. 2 out of 4. Sorry, 2 out of 4. War of the Worlds is a big, clunky movie containing some sensational sights, but lacking the zest and joyous energy we've come to expect from Spielberg. It proceeds with a lead-footed deliberation of its 1950s predecessors to give us an alien invasion that's malevolent, destructive, and, from the alien point of view, pointless. They've, quote unquote, been planning this for a million years and have gone to a lot of trouble to invade Earth for no apparent reason and with a seriously flawed strategy. The movie adopts the prudent formula, however, of viewing a catastrophe through the eyes of a few foreground characters, even if they are disappointingly one-dimensional. Academy Awards had 3 nominations that year for sound editing, sound mixing, which again I will say, I'm not sure how they're different, but whatever. And visual effects for that year.
Do you want to know how they're different?
I'm sure there's some technical things.
I think actually those, it's best sound now. They actually got it, but yeah. There's mixing, and like you're going to have me 10 different things, and I'm going to make them into one
What
thing.
you can tell.
Editing is going from one to another. And one is like piling on.
Yeah.
The other is that I actually wish they would have kept it. I think the Oscars need more categories, not less. But anyway, off topic. So
yeah, those are the 3.
Perfect. Thank you. I honestly can't remember if I loaded the next segment because here we go. We begin our discussion with our reaction segment that we call Spotlight.
This is Boston, and the church does not want them to be found. So, they are not there.
This is where we highlight and discuss our top takeaways of any kind from rewatching our subject film.
We've got 2 stories here. We've got a story about degenerate clergy, and we've got a story about a bunch of lawyers turning child abuse into a cottage industry.
If there were 90 of these bastards, people would know.
Maybe they do.
This is Spotlight.
They knew, and they let it happen.
So I was thinking, initially Tim and I were going to do War of the Worlds later in the year. But I wanted to move it because TikTok, like, God bless TikTok, just random movies sometime.
Really?
All of a sudden there were like clips of War of the Worlds, and I was like, you know what?
Blowing up the tiki-taki?
Yeah, I kind of want to. Yeah, I was like, I kind of want to rewatch it, you know. And I was thinking my Matt would watch it with me, and then he didn't. So I was kind of like, oh, it'd be a fun movie. He loves Lincoln, of all things. Like, Matt loved Lincoln.
Yeah.
And it's Steven Spielberg, and he didn't watch it. But I'm glad we did watch it. But, Tim, what do you got for some first thoughts?
Well, I'm actually glad we watched it for the time of year.
Sure.
In terms of, all right, you know, sci-fi, alien invasion, tense. You know, it's more seasonal than Munich.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, I'm actually kind of looking forward to watching that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I have not watched this since seeing it in the theater. And I remember being massively underwhelmed by
it. Given the 2 people involved, coming off Minority Report.
They're coming back from Minority Report. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
And, you know, having no experience, clearly, of the Orson Welles radio play.
No.
It just was like, oh, this is going to be really cool. And I would say I don't think I had a different reaction upon seeing it these 20 years later in terms of feeling meh. But there were a lot of cool parts and a lot of things I was like, eesh, I don't think that holds up at all. And so there's probably like a mixed bag of sorts bouncing back between what I really appreciated and ones or stuff I was like, yeah, I don't like that.
Remind me to tell, like, at the end of Spotlight, remind me to tell you what I came out of really appreciating. Okay. So we'll get back to that.
Yeah. What did you think?
First thing I appreciated was, again, I am a single father, so I do kind of see this maybe through a different light. But the first thing I appreciate is that Ray was not a bad person or a deadbeat dad. Like, he's just not a great father. Like, he's just one of those guys, like, not meant to be a dad or whatever. Yeah. Like, it just wasn't. He just was like, I appreciate that. I actually found myself wanting a little more exposition.
Yeah.
Is the front one, right?
Yeah.
Exposition? Okay.
Yep.
Exposition. I wanted more from that. In fact, I think they actually did cut something because, well, maybe talk about it a little bit with one of the weaker sub-characters. But, like, I really liked that they found a way to make that work because like so often it's just a dead. He's kind of deadbeat in that he does want to just push his kids off to his mom. I'm not arguing that, but he's not adept. He's not working job to job. He's clearly good at his job.
Mm-hmm.
His boss wants him to work more. Like he knows his shit with cars. Like he clearly has things to offer in the world.
Yeah.
He just maybe doesn't want to be a great dad. Like I really think that helped me. Not like I'm that version of him in real life, but I'm just saying like so often the single dads in movies are just pieces of shit. And like I really appreciated that. And I also appreciated, by the way, he's very good at the dock working job that he's in. Mm-hmm. And they did not, a much lesser film, and this is a somewhat lesser film, but a much lesser film would have had him in some scenario later on in the movie where he had to like work some big piece of machinery to like save his kids. And we have this thing at the beginning where he's like a dock worker and now it's like, he can operate a crane. It happens in movies all the time.
Like Jurassic Park, the girl, I'm a hacker.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the system.
Yeah.
Despite my love for the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
it's totally
okay,
weak.
yes,
Like, it would have been him in some way saving his daughter by manipulating some sort of crane. Like, I can fix this. Or it's a Onyx system or whatever she says in Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Yes.
So I really do appreciate those couple things of like giving me the base of this person without it being... Really didn't come in later. None of that stuff came in later. Like he overcomes himself as a father, but that's not ridiculous. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I appreciated that it let me into that world without being insulting afterwards.
I think of. I'm glad you talk about that because I think of.
Excuse me.
Not to compare it to the greatness that it is, but from a story standpoint, with Minority Report,
totally.
It works for the sake of, like, Tom Cruise's character is kind of this heroic character put upon into tough times.
Yep.
Oversimplifying, clearly. In a movie like this, for War of the Worlds, it's either you choose to have some type of police person or military or heroic individual that... I think of like Independence Day. Will Smith's character, like a fighter pilot, like all these things where it's like, they've got this training and they can like be tapped into to really save the day. Or it's the extreme opposite, where like derelict in their duties, kind of a piece of shit human being.
Yep.
And then, I guess I'm put upon by the struggles of the world. I agree. He's just some average dude.
Right.
Like, it's just like unassuming.
Yeah.
He's not terrible.
No.
He's a nice guy.
He probably loves his kids. He just doesn't want to be a dad.
Yeah. And like,
I think sometimes we can all get there. Like, I'm just like,
I mean, side note, if you know your kids are coming for the weekend, maybe you get some groceries, but fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But that being
said, I
said,
also think there's a deleted scene there, but we'll get back to that.
But I think it's like, okay, he doesn't need to be like that incompetent. But I agree. I do like the fact that they take their time. And what I made a note of, there's no initial attack sequence until 13 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I looked at the time too. It could have been a little bit more for me. Like, but it was. Like, they did at least give us some.
I actually think cut out the first voiceover from Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's needed at all. I get they're doing like the whole setup from the.
I assume it's from the book or
maybe the radio play, but to me, I'm like, that's not the medium that we're in.
Yeah.
And I signed up for a movie coming in for War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting into. So I agree. Like, cut out that 30 seconds, minute, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Tack on more character development. And you can see it pay off maybe later.
Yeah.
Or could have in that way. Yep. But I agree. I do like that the main characters aren't what we're used to in so many of these movies of either like some type of amazing character or awful. It's just like just some random dude. And go forth. Like, that's great. So I agree. I like that they do that. I actually really like I'll probably maybe focus on like the positives to start. I like
glass half full to start.
Yeah. I mean, we see so many movies in which these people or characters clearly have never seen a movie or some type of story
Dude.
before, right?
And I know, I see where you're going here.
So it's like, I get annoyed with like,
one of my points.
Are you that incompetent to like, some shit's going down?
In all caps, my fourth one is, who fucking stands there when a machine comes up from the ground?
Yes.
Exclamation points.
Boy,
Who just stands there?
Yes.
I get it though. Yes.
But what I like is the beginning when all this, like, he walks outside, there's a storm building and the lightning, and it's like clearly intense.
Yeah.
But a great throwaway line is when he says, "Where's the thunder?"
Yeah.
Again, some of the writing, but I do like that aspect of feeling like this is different. This isn't just some type of like storm of sorts.
Right. Yeah.
There should be some concern to that. So I don't remember that, but I'm like, oh, that's a great line. As far as like, this seems different.
Oh, yeah.
To that. So I like the beginning. And again, it's 25 minutes until what I would say the emergence sequence happens. So they take their time to build these things a good half an hour before like the shit hits the fan. So
yeah, I think
some are good and bad, but that it works for the most part to me.
I do. The dialogue between the parents is really weak.
Yeah.
And like, so I mean, like they do try and give me some story, but there's just surface.
And
like
this
it's
asshole new boyfriend, husband, whatever, Tim. Fuck that guy.
You ever notice how, am I the only one that thinks, and maybe it's because it's my name, there's a lot of Steves out there in like social, like in like, it's really weird.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Steves in like pop culture and our movies stuff. There's very few Tims.
Very
we just
few.
talked about Jurassic Park, so you got that going for you.
Yes, that's true.
But there's not a lot of Tims out there.
No.
I feel like there's like Steves everywhere. And I'm like,
Steve.
What the shit, dude? My name is not that popular.
What? Yeah.
Out into the world. No. I know no other Steve in my like life.
That's true.
In like
I know one Tim.
Existence. And I but I'm just saying, like, in movies, it feels like that's like a common name that they find. And just like, what the hell,
so sorry,
dude?
The dialogue between
not
the
great.
ex-wife and
it's not
him.
great. This oddly enough, I actually enjoy this movie, and the reason why. So I feel like a lot of what's about to come is me shitting on this movie, but I actually enjoy this movie. I think this movie is exactly what it's supposed to be. I think all that stuff, but okay, we'll start with positive. To your point,
yeah,
I actually think so. Aside from the thing coming out from the ground, people standing there like morons,
yes,
that entire scene, is a really great mix of practical and CGI.
Yes.
Like, it's obviously on a soundstage, and you got the buildings falling apart. That's a solid. And then, excuse me, when the thing comes up and just comes on the ground, the CGI is actually pretty solid after 20 years. Like, it's not
for that sequence.
It's not great across. There are some that are bad. There's still some that's really good. But the mixture of and the thing I love about Spielberg is he absolutely would love, for the most part, to make it practical effects. Yeah. And so they do a great job of that whole thing. Like, so I really appreciated, like, it felt, I'm always reminded of, we saw this with Skeleton Crew on, like, there, and with Andor, talked about the lack of CGI is actually really like I'm more engrossed in this because of you've done this. And so the best scenes in a lot of this are like the real sort of like practical, stuff. So I really like that.
I agree. That emergence sequence where, they're all like, oh, what's happening? And it falls away. And it's like, again, run the fuck away, but whatever.
I do like, speaking of that sequence, I like that if you look at Cruise in there, he's fascinated. Like, Ray is like laughing. He's like smiling through this. Like, he's like, he's just fascinated by what this is. He's not even scared.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of interesting.
But what's really great is, one aspect of it is I forgot how their lasers can go through structures.
Yes. That whole scene.
I was like, oh my God, I forgot.
Yeah,
I thought
you
like
can't
in the street,
hide in a building
But no,
or
he
a
goes in
car.
the building to try and like run through things.
That's a
or in
huge key to this.
Yes.
Because you're like, just fucking hide. You're
yes. But to have it be that overwhelming where there is no shelter to be found.
Nope.
From a initial type of attack sequence is really, really great.
Yeah.
To feel like, oh, we are in a different world.
Yep.
No pun intended. Like with the attackers at Hare coming out of the ground. So I really appreciate it. And I agree. Like for the most part, like the kind of guerrilla warfare in the ground, on the ground, like aspect works. It definitely is like, we're going to have this allegory for 9/11.
Yep.
And so
you kind of have forced to at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I get the idea of like, this is crazy. And I like the fact of like when he gets in the car, like the minivan or whatever, the kids and like, but like whatever, like,
Benny
is like, yeah, it's like, what are you doing? He's like, get in the car.
Get in the car.
Like,
yeah.
Or you're going to die. And drives away and he dies. So
like right away.
Just like, that's really intense. Like it's a very visceral, oh God, experience. And I like for the most part, the driving sequence that comes from that.
What do you mean for the most part?
Like
it's on my note.
I mean, some of the stuff I'm like, we'll see next year with how better it could be done with Children of Men. But that being said,
yeah,
like for the most part, like of sorts.
Children of
it
Men
really
was
works.
Done like Children of Men was done like in a smaller sort of like area. They're making this be like a whole thing of the highway. Still really impressive.
It's intense.
And like when it comes in and it goes through and it's there, like, and then all of a sudden you're at different angles. You're like, it's an impressive.
It's a great
scene.
sequence. Yes.
You talk about the Benny scene. I'm going to loop in. We've talked about kids before. Like Dakota Fanning.
Oh God.
Dude, like as an adult, she's a fine actress.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's a normal actress.
Yes.
But what the hell?
Yes.
Like Spielberg does kids. That's a weird way to say that. Spielberg films kids so.
Wait.
Hold on. Back up. He doesn't. Like, he's just so well. Like he represents them so well.
Yeah.
And like, but also it's reliant upon the kid being good. And Dakota Fanning is basically, to a certain extent, just a scream kid. Like she doesn't bring much to it, but early on, she's definitely obviously older than what she comes across.
Yeah.
But that scene, you talk about the Benny scene in the car.
Yes.
And she's like trusting, like, I'm trusting Ray or my dad.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know what's going on, I'm scared. Like she builds the tension.
Yes.
Like that whole thing, the lightning storm, everything.
Yes.
And then in the car, when he says, Benny, get in or you're going to die. And then it cuts where? To her.
Yes.
And she's like, what?
Staring backwards.
And yes, it is. She is so good in this for being a relatively like, not paper thin, but just like your goal is to just be in peril because what good does an 8-10-year-old do?
Yeah.
Man, she's good. And she is so like believably scared the whole time. Like, oh man, she's good. The older brother is fine. He's fine. He actually, there's one thing that pisses me off about him, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, she to me is actually kind of the crux of this movie from an emotional standpoint.
I agree. The dad-son sequences are hit or miss.
Yeah. There's not much to them.
Not much to them.
I actually like the baseball scene. Like that was there's like a nice tension build.
Yes.
And then I actually kind of like that scene.
Well, you think
and one of the things I never noticed, by the way, is when the ball goes through the window and what's his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The son. He goes to walk up the stairs. What does he do? He turns the hat backwards so his dad sees Boston leaving.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm out. And also, boom, backwards hat. Watch my Boston leave your ass away. Like that's a solid note.
That's great.
Like I was like, okay, well done. Whoever came up with that, that's purposeful.
Yeah, and to kind of pivot from the typical, aspect or perspective of father-son playing catch.
Yeah.
We're going to make this tense.
Yeah, and
you
It
could be
did
like,
build pretty well.
There's some like
Yeah.
deep-seated stuff with this.
Yeah.
But I agree. Overall, like it's fine. And you know, we've seen Dakota Fanning at this point in I Am Sam.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we haven't covered him, but yeah.
Sure, but like in the world that we saw this movie, like she's a known entity. Like, oh, she's a talented young actress. And yes, Spielberg is bar none the probably best director of directing small young kids.
Yeah, I don't think there's a.
But she is so good in it.
She's good, and I think I don't know. To a certain extent, the role is not much. You know what I mean?
But she does so much with it.
She does a really good job.
And she's not like, you know, like the son aspect is definitely annoying, but it works for the sake of he's older, so he's got a chip on his shoulder and he's able to push back. Her in that time of life would still be like, no, this is my dad.
Yeah.
Like she'd be still in love with him in the same way.
Yeah.
And not feel like disillusioned like the son does.
Yeah. Did she remind you of your daughter?
A little bit.
And
I
the
would say,
independent.
like,
There's a few times I was like, boy, that independence
like the curly
is there.
hair and like
but even
her
the
style.
like the hyper independence or like the hyper like adultness of her. I was like,
very autonomous.
I got some,
Yes. And so I actually forgot how much I appreciate that. Like it's intense.
Yeah.
It didn't ever it's the attack sequence to start and the emergence, all those things. It's fantastical, but it never felt that much of like peril or intrigue. Right. And the car chase sequence is well executed. I forgot how serious it gets once it goes to the ferry.
Dude, the ferry scene is key.
Well, I was like, oh boy. Like it's again, great movies of apocalyptic world-ending aspects are good unto themselves, but really what they do is they reframe the worst of human impulses.
Yeah.
And that sequence, when they get there and they have the car that they stole stolen from them, but in a way that's like, oh shit, this is really, really sad.
Yeah.
To me, like I forgot how serious it gets as far as like, and then they're going to the diner and people start killing each other. I'm like, oh crap. Like we've lost the plot, humans. Like the big bad guy is out there and we're fighting amongst ourselves. And I forgot just how serious it gets. In a good way.
I actually don't like that scene.
Really?
I love the ferry scene that comes after it. My frustration is because we've talked about like, there's serious flaws in this story in that scene to me is not earned because they leave New Jersey and they go to the house and then the plane crash happens, which is a pretty sick scene. And then they see a few people.
Yeah.
Right. And then they bail and then they end up driving and then they end up getting to that ridiculous scene of her seeing the bodies in the river.
In the river, yeah.
I just like, what is this? Where are they coming from?
Yeah.
And then the military scene with it. So there's no real interaction with people until they show up at this ferry.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's not earned because I have not seen that people are starting to crack.
Sure.
There's no level of people starting to crack. And all of a sudden, we're at a ferry scene and blammo, they're getting shot at and the guy is ripping out the windshield. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like, that's where I was like, I get it. I get what you're saying is that it's a good...
It ramps the tension up.
Yeah, but it ramps from nowhere.
Sure.
So had I seen some things along the way...
Yeah.
That I could see, oh, the fabric is cracking here.
Yeah.
And then I see everyone coming together and they get feral, it would have delivered more for me.
Sure.
But what happens after that, I think that ferry scene is outstanding. Yes. I think they get there, the whole thing, like that's... the attack on the ferry is really well done. What was I going to say? I lost it. It's gone. But I do think like it leads into... It does do that scene in the diner or like with the car. It does lead to what you're talking about. Is like the fabric is gone. I just didn't like. I was like, okay, I don't know any of these people. I don't care. Like
True.
It's
randos.
It didn't earn.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
But I agree. It ratchets up the tension.
Yeah.
Where it feels like, oh, the constraints of society have gone away.
Yeah.
Like, we are now going to be attacking each other to try and survive.
Yep.
And then it leads into, okay, we just got to get on the ferry and see what happens.
Yep.
And then seeing, the scope and scale of these tripods is laying waste to people.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be out here and, oh God, hope it works. They jump off.
Yeah.
They swim. It's a great sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Execution wise.
Which, side note, apparently Steven Spielberg played prank on them one day and played, because they had underwater speakers.
Oh,
and
really?
he would play the Jaws theme underwater.
It's like, hello,
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
out. It's good. So, another positive thing that I didn't.
Yeah, I'm about done with positive, so let's keep going.
I've got,
I have a couple.
I've got, you mentioned, and I forgot, the plane crash sequence. A lot of the practical sets are really impressive.
Yes.
So, like, when they walk
that
out.
plane is used, somewhere. I feel like that plane set is on, the Warner Brothers backlot or something. Yeah.
Like, when they walk out.
Yeah.
And they see, it's not just like, oh, here's this house, but like the entire neighborhood laid waste by this plane crash.
Yeah.
That's an incredible practical effect.
I agree.
And the production design.
Totally.
At the end of the movie, when they get to Boston at the end and like the city streets and when they find the mom or whatever, the practical left detritus of the entire sequence is, is so great. It's really, really impressive.
Yeah.
But also, they've done.
Why is Boston totally clean?
Sure.
Really? Yeah. We like Boston, but Boston's a big enough city to anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. Could have been anywhere.
Yeah.
But some of the practical, big scale things, I was very impressed.
Oh
with.
yeah. That's one of those only Spielberg could do that, or not only, but he's one of a few.
Yeah.
It's like West Side Story when they do In America on the streets of New York on a hot fucking summer day. You're like, only Spielberg gets away with that.
Does that? Yeah. The random thing of again, plot device somewhat, but him after one of the tripods has taken the daughter, throwing a grenade and having the force field block it.
Yes.
And a tiny detail like that, really great.
Yeah.
In terms of we're not just dealing with, these, tripods are really huge and they can shoot lasers through buildings. Oh, they got force fields. So again, these tiny details.
They talked about it in the production van or whatever. They talked about having it's out there.
Yes. But seeing it
I like that because it was it wasn't just he found grenades and then took them up and then used them.
Yeah.
He actually did try and so I do like that.
Yes. So should we start shitting on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to say I appreciate there was no mention of aliens or Martians. There was never a mention of those two words are not in the movie. So I mean, good for them. I mean, I do like the basement scenes to a certain extent.
Oh, really?
I
can't stand them.
I wish they were shorter. I like them being there to a certain extent, but it gets too far. I end up skipping them, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch this movie, but I will say the last sort of maybe positive thing I'll say.
Sure.
I used to think that the organism killing these things was really random.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much referenced right away. In terms of the birds going after it's the birds are going after so the birds could always sort of go after what they have, and then here it wasn't just random, but it wasn't it didn't make sense. But at least it was. I used to think organism is killing them at the end, but there are little things along the way that allude to it. So I will say I used to always think this is just stupid, but at least there's some. Yeah. I have a problem with the why. I don't like that. To that reviewer's point of they've been here for how long and they haven't figured this shit out.
Yeah. Microorganisms can kill you.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You can intergalactically travel, but can't figure out microorganisms. Yeah. Okay. But yeah,
figure out a vaccine.
What do you got? What's the first thing you want to crap on?
I actually think I don't appreciate or enjoy like you mentioned, the basement sequences at all.
I don't love them. I do love. I will say the visual of using the mirror is a sick fucking visual.
Sure.
Like the visual there is cool.
Yes,
and actually that snake-like thing is visually pretty cool. Like I mean, like the CGI is pretty good.
I just think, well, one, I think Tim Robbins is really miscast.
Totally.
Like
totally.
I just feel like
doesn't work.
I don't buy your conspiracy end of the world. Like I kind of feel like find some no name dude.
Yeah, it should have been, or even like not a top build actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like no.
Like, modern times, that would have been a great Walton Goggins role.
Yes, exactly.
Just a brief sort of like crazy sort of style role. Yeah, I don't know who that would be at the time, but yeah, he's totally miscast.
I think of the guy from like Seven, like the Lust guy. He was always like the jittery kind of like that. Like that kind of like, oh, I could feel him being like trustworthy enough to come in, but this seems off-putting.
Yeah.
Robbins, unfortunately, totally miscast.
No, he's too name. Yeah,
yes. Exactly. And so like when and as well as he's like a foot taller than Tom Cruise. So we're gonna have some physical fight. Like, okay, whatever, fine. It just feels like this moratorium in this half-hour segment.
Yeah,
that they don't know. Like they're like, we got to get to 2 hours. Okay, we got to fill some time. I could have done with more like either out in the world or movement or some kind of action. It just feels like this stalling point to me. I cannot stand it.
Or even the subplot with the son, like a little bit of how he does that versus randomly being blown up and then showing up at the end.
Yeah, and to that point, there's no way you believe the son's dead.
No.
Like, it's just like, unfortunately, let me go. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And he goes up there and seems to be blown up. And there's no way, like, it's just like, again, it's not
Robbie.
Earned. Robbie, yes.
There we go.
It's not earned. There's no way you think he's dead.
No.
You're just like, this guy.
And even if he were dead, it's a terrible scene if he did die.
Exactly.
You don't actually see him die.
Yes. Yes, so I agree. Like, that was a really challenge for me. The visual effects, for the most part, decent enough until they get to Boston. I found, like, when they use the rocket launcher to blow up one of the things, and it destroys a building, I was like, yeesh.
Yeah.
This doesn't hold up.
No.
20 years later. Like, some elements do really well, and this, no. I don't know why I was up for visual effects, but
I think up until then it's pretty solid. I think you have, if you really look at the humans disappearing and turning into dust scene at the beginning, that's enough to really get you a nomination at that point. I think I agree. I think the end is kind of like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. But like the visual effects in the basement sequence, like for like I like the probe aspect.
I bet you do.
Again, phrasing. I think it works for like the tension building. I don't know that they had to have the aliens actually come in.
I agree. And also,
like, why would you have that?
Right. Also, move on. You sent a probe in.
Yes.
Why did you send the probe in and then send aliens after?
Yes.
Like, I don't get why that's happening.
Yes.
The only thing there I saw, like, in the original book, I think, like, there's a thing where the aliens are fascinated by a wheel because, like, they had basically created their culture without developing the wheel.
Okay.
Like, that was sort of like, so it was like a callback to that.
Sure.
But it just doesn't, there's just nothing to it.
Yeah. And, like, they come in downstairs and they start drinking from, like, some kind of broken pipe. I'm like, there's plenty of water outside.
Yeah. But also, it's just, there's a lot of missed connections.
Yes.
In what these are, and apparently they've been sitting in the ground for X amount of years, however long, before they came here, they buried their shit in, and then left.
Yeah.
And then in 3 days you're gone? Like, I just don't, it doesn't compute to me. No, it's not 3 days. I think it is longer than that. But still, in a few days, you are basically gone.
Yes.
My biggest problem I think it's my biggest problem with this movie is they go out of their way to have EMPs destroy everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker has a camcorder no more than 2 seconds after, and he's recording it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Yep.
Cruise's watch doesn't work.
Yes.
It's so like everything is dead. And you have a camcorder that works?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And where do the military helicopters come from? Do they only have EMP technology on the lightning strikes? Maybe. But it frustrates me on we didn't think this through level.
Yeah.
Like all of it, everything about this, like the time frame doesn't make any sense. The science doesn't make any sense. Any of it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I'm so mad about the camcorder.
Yeah.
Like, and even the car. Like, yep. I actually don't even think the car should work.
No.
So you're telling me that just because you happen to have an EMP go in and then you build it, nobody else could have put together a car? Like, there's plenty of brilliant mechanics out there that could have rebuilt an engine.
Yes.
And driven. But because you did one thing, it happened to fix after the fact.
And to me, I really struggle. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's I don't mind the fantastical elements of it.
No. Oh, no. If you're going to have an alien invasion movie, you're going to have an alien invasion movie.
Like, you've got great liberty.
Yeah.
I agree. It's when you try and present it through some type of practical lens.
Yeah.
And you don't hold up to the same rules of that were like
it's cool. There's no it makes sense.
Yeah.
These things would come and understand the biggest thing that could kill us is military and all this other stuff. So we have to take them out.
Yes.
So EMP. Good.
Yes.
You're done.
And
but he's got a camcorder.
Yes. He's like, oh, technology's all good. I do struggle with like Spielberg, I don't know if it's a writing thing or just couldn't lean into how terrible it could be. Like, they kind of have this whole thing of, oh, we're going to drain people.
Like, yeah.
And then suck out their blood.
Done.
And then
but no explanation of what's happening.
Like, hold their hand up and all this red vine things.
But that's a half hour from the end of the movie.
Yes.
There's no...
And it's like, that could have been either like horrible.
Yeah.
Or glossed over.
Right.
And they just unfortunately chose to go gloss over it.
Yeah. What was the point of
Yes.
disappearing everybody?
Yes.
If you apparently need their blood
Yes.
for whatever is happening,
Yes.
why are you disappearing all the people early on?
Yeah. You would have been capturing everybody left and right because it's a valuable resource.
Yeah. Something just doesn't make any sense.
Yes. And it was, again, we're going to have allegory of the dust to feel like 9/11, and then we're going to then be harvesting them later.
Yeah.
And also then we talked about like the microorganisms. It just really ends abruptly.
It's out of nowhere, man.
It's like, and we're done. They didn't think about the whole fact of like humans would have evolved to handle these microscopic things, but they didn't, and they're all dead. And it's just like, oh, so you kind of only lived possibly if you just happened to outlast the 3-day window for the, infection period.
Yeah.
It was like, man, like super underwhelming.
Yeah.
And again, you don't have to have the Morgan Freeman intro and the outro. Maybe you have something like of somebody figuring out. It felt like a weird kind of third like person narration.
Yeah.
To the aspect of like, we're going to explain what's happening. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I have a lot of challenges with it. It just, and it's not
again,
a fun movie.
No, there's not. I actually like this movie in terms of like overall. I think it's it's similar to your dog shit pumpkin beer. It is a well crafted movie. They put it together.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated at one of my problems, but that's the last point I'm going to make. How many points do you have left?
I will play off yours.
First off, Robbie must really hate it at home.
Yeah.
in order to just or he really loves America.
It's a weird. It's
what
a weird
the hell,
shift.
dude?
Yes.
Like, you're just out there and you're like, take me with you. I'm being molested at home.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what his deal is, but he just, like, there is no connection there of him being, like, 15.
Yeah.
And, like, abandoning for the military. Like, there's just no connection there.
Yes.
It's so poorly written. There's not even, like, a scene early on of what do you want to do when you're graduated or like I'm going to join the military or whatever. At least that would have been like, okay, I can get there.
Yes.
He acts like he's being totally ignored and he's being a victim. It's so bad.
Well, and they set it up also with like him being a great older brother.
Yeah. And he's willing to
sister,
bail on her.
And be like, peace. Yeah, I struggle with that too. Of like, oh, again, allegory for, people that were inspired after 9/11 to join up the cause. Kudos to them.
I get why, but it just doesn't fit with the character they created.
I agree. Heavy-handed.
Anything else? I have one more.
I've got a problem with Tom Cruise in this, actually.
True. I've got a problem with another person in this movie. All right.
So I think he's just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, he and Spielberg didn't get along on this particular one.
And
so
I mean, it does feel odd to me, with how much he is clearly now so committed to like the audience experience, and the visceral type of connectivity, and maybe it took until sometime later for him to like really lean into that. But I actually don't think he's that good in this.
Nice,
he's not bad.
No, he's just not what we expect from Tom Cruise.
He's the draw from the sake of him and Spielberg together are working again. But what he's so good in Minority Report, TV by comparison, of a man, and he does a good job overall, like of a person out of their element, grappling with the vagaries of how terrible things might be.
Sure. I don't know.
It just doesn't work for this to me. I really have a challenge. Like I'm okay with having it being like a absentee father, fine enough. I just don't think Cruise is good in this. I struggle with it.
Yeah, I think off of that, I don't think he brings anything to it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think he's not like good. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's bad. I think he just is like, meh, he's there.
Like in the protective father aspects with the daughter, it just doesn't feel genuine to me.
No, it does feel like, so what they did in here, this movie is, they were supposed to film this movie this is in 2004, in like 06.
Sure.
They had plans to film it in like 06 or 07 and then release it after. But then schedules opened up. And all of a sudden it was like, boom, we're going to go down and we're going to do this. And it does feel forced. The whole thing just feels very forced because Spielberg had a break. He was doing, like, as Spielberg does, he'll do 2 movies out of nowhere and then take Munich 5 years off.
Yes.
He's got Munich and he's got this. And he had like not quite filmed Munich and he knew he had post-production stuff on this. So he filmed this first and then had all this post-production stuff on it. And then he goes to film Munich. And Cruise was doing Mission Impossible 3, but there was delays on that one, and it's just like it just worked, scheduling wise, but then it didn't work for how it felt, right. And on that note, it pains me to say that this is the worst John Williams score in any Steven Spielberg film.
It's just useless.
There is it is a nothing burger. There's a couple great moments. The fact that there's virtually no score until they go out to the street after the storm, and like there's some good notes in terms of like moments. This is a nothing burger of a score. This is a disappointing, like, John Williams did this? This is like, what? I mean, like, almost offensively bad. Because again, the score itself, what they put in there, it's fine. But literally anyone could have done that. A college student could have done that score.
Yep.
It is so disappointing. But I do think it was like, not on the radar, and all of a sudden they're doing that, and so he doesn't have the time to do it.
John,
what do you got? Like,
Yeah.
just fill in. Like, this is supposed to be on your docket 2 years from now, but we can get it in now. Meanwhile, you're doing Munich, which is an outstanding score. You're doing other things. Like, I get it, but it is so disappointing.
Totally.
Because, like, this could have been a badass score from John Williams.
Something interesting. And
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, but nothing. This is the worst John Williams score because there's nothing. If you were to play it for like on the way home, if I were to listen to it tonight, I'd be like, I don't know what this is.
Nope. I agree. It is a thing of, I had zero notes about it.
Yeah. We have talked about John Williams extensively.
Yes.
And I guess soon, when he dies, both of us will be wrecked by that.
It'll be like,
It'll be wrecked. We'll probably have a special episode at that time.
Yes.
This will not be covered. It's so bad.
Dear God, no. Yeah, exactly.
It's so
a lot of problems with it.
All right. Anything else for you?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool.
I'm going up there, I'm going to try it, I'm going to let the jury decide.
As we close out our spotlight segment, we come to our final takes called The Verdict.
If we are to have faith and justice, we need only to believe in ourselves.
This is where Tim and I give our final verdicts after rewatching the film and decide whether or not the movie held up over the course of 2 decades.
Now you get out of here before I call the bailiff and have you thrown in jail.
This is The Verdict.
I said to hell with it, to hell with it.
So easily in the top 5 weakest films for Spielberg.
Sure.
For me.
Do you dare put 1941 there?
No.
Although it is actually.
No. War of the Worlds is a well-intended update of the classic radio play under the guise of post 9/11 tension and terror from that time. But overall, it's undermined by some really shaky effects these 2 decades later, and a middle section that just is totally useless in every way. We talked about some of the greats and the lows, but I have not honestly seen this since its first release in the theater, and admittedly, I have no intention of watching it again.
Well, yeah.
Still, I would say like 2.5, 3 out of 5. It's not a bad movie. It's just a profound meh.
Yeah, it shows how good Spielberg can be.
That's true.
I don't want to like me paint it.
That's true.
Which we didn't even talk about something. 2 things we have to come back to after this.
Okay.
So, fuck, I forgot. All right, my verdict. War of the Worlds is a perfect example of a long line of movies that just checks off the right boxes, has some issues, yet can be enjoyable and goes no further than that. And that's okay. If the movie had been made by lesser hands, it would have been either far too campy or too terrible. Spielberg proves here that he is almost topic or subject proof and can make any film he wants. I would have wanted more from the score, especially, and from the supporting cast. But in the end, it's a fine film. I have 3 out of 5 as well. But it's just a meh film. But like, I would watch it. If somebody wanted to watch me, like, yeah, I'll watch it. It's fine. I'll have a beer on my phone. It'll be fine. That's fine.
Yep.
But before I transition on, we got to talk about 2 things.
Okay.
Totally embarrassed because I asked. Actually, I blame you because I asked you to remind me. What made me 2 things. First off, Cheryl or whatever her name is at the ferry scene.
Yes.
The person we did not know.
Yeah.
Just randomly show up.
Yeah.
And then am I supposed to feel heartened or disheartened that Cheryl and her kid don't get to be on the ferry with them? She is credited as bartender, not Cheryl, which tells me that my guess is there was a scene, he leaves work, swings by the bar on the way home, and then is late to get there because he's a half hour late at 8:30 instead of 8. As they say. It tells me there was a scene cut.
Yep.
She's credited as, so talk about like, give me a little bit more at the beginning.
Yep.
Like, that would have been hugely different.
Yep.
I still wouldn't give a shit if Cheryl and her daughter died, but like,
you've at least set up something.
I have no idea who this person is who just showed up and was like, Ray? Like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah. Hi.
It makes no sense to the story. It is so poorly written.
It's weird.
Offensively bad. But what it made me really feel like was it makes me appreciate West Side Story even more.
I will give you that, yeah.
You talk about War of the Worlds is an iconic book.
Yeah.
An iconic moment in the radio play.
Yes.
The early film. All that stuff.
Yes.
And he does it, and it's okay. Yeah. But then to take an iconic musical,
award-winning,
and I think
classic.
Make a better film,
yes,
than the original.
I agree.
West Side Story from a few years ago is out fucking standing.
So good.
And I watch this movie and I go,
yeah, like do something with it.
Yeah, maybe if Jared Kushner had written War of the Worlds,
yes,
it'd have been fine.
Yes.
Then we didn't even talk about that. I blame
wouldn't
you.
say it's Jared Kushner.
Not Jared Kushner.
No.
Oh my God.
That's the president's son.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Tony Kushner.
Tony Kushner, yes.
Wow. Wow.
Samsonite.
Wow. I'm not going to say I had any kind of wet dream about Jared Kushner last night, but apparently I did. That is a Freudian slip that I'm going to have to talk to my therapist about.
I love it.
My God.
The exciting quiz program 21.
Our final segment of the episode is Quiz Show. I have stood on the shoulders of life, and I've never gotten down into the dirt to build. Where in our research for our subject film, we find some interesting trivia nuggets that we hope will stump the other and possibly intrigue you.
This is not McCarthyism. You're not here to expose for the sake of exposure.
This is Quiz Show.
Well, evidently certain of the contestants were given the answers in advance.
Cheating on a quiz show. It's like plagiarizing a
I don't know. Should I let you go first? I don't know. What do you got? You go ahead.
So, Yul Vasquez.
Okay, we don't have the same trivia. That's good.
Has a small role.
Oh my God.
During the emergence sequence. He's the guy in the stocking cap that he's talking to, Ray or whatever, Tom Cruise.
You mean like the two kids? Like the one kid that's from The Rookie, and then there's that
the
other guy?
Yeah,
okay.
other guy. Yep.
Okay.
Right?
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. He's a character actor with over 150 credits.
Uh-huh.
Been in pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Including a recent disaster film, much like this. Both of us recently just watched.
Oh, God.
Care to guess what that movie
was? Was it from this year?
It was from a few weeks ago.
What? What?
Think about a disaster film you've watched.
From this year?
Yep.
What am I missing? Some
fires are going on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. There it is in my brain. I'm like, I see it. I totally see it now. I'm going to get my... It's from... I can't remember the name of it. It's the Matthew McConaughey, the bus one. The last bus. Yeah, he's the
fire chief.
Fire chief.
Yes.
Wow. I totally did not see that.
Like,
I'm
my God.
Picturing his name, like picturing his face.
Yep. He's in everything.
Yeah. No, totally. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but
yes.
I totally didn't. Yeah, we didn't talk about that movie either. That movie was solid, but it could have been so much better.
Again, so much of great premise.
Streamers, man. Streamers are ruining this.
Yes.
With the understanding that you don't have to impress people in theaters.
Yes.
Streamers are just ruining it.
Yes.
That's like those. What was the Angelina Jolie one?
Oh, Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That could have been so
cool.
Great.
Yep.
One of the best trailers I've ever seen.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, this is nothing.
Yes.
It was all, and that was Mackenzie, I think, or what?
No, Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan.
Yes.
I'm like, God, dude, kill me.
Yep. Nice pull. Nice job.
Well, thank you for the clue.
Oh, we'll get there. Yep.
All right. So at the end of the film, they go to Boston, and they are at what's her face's Miranda Otto.
Yep, Miranda Otto.
Who there's a crazy little coincidence there. We'll talk about offline. Well, maybe I'll say it now. I don't know. So Miranda Otto was originally Spielberg wanted her in this, but she got pregnant. She said no. So Spielberg said, we'll write it in. He wanted her in that role.
Yeah.
Okay, so she got pregnant. Miranda Otto was cast as, we're all know her from what movies?
Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Éowyn.
Éowyn, she actually was not the original choice. The original choice got pregnant and had to drop out, oddly enough.
Okay.
And it was the same woman, I can't remember her name, so I didn't write it down, who was the woman in Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. The Nazi chick.
Yeah.
That's who was supposed to be cast in that. She got pregnant.
Elsa?
Yes. Elsa got pregnant. And so in this weird sort of cosmic, like, there was no way I could word this in a trivia way. But, like, Elsa was originally supposed to or sort of be in Eowyn, got pregnant, so she couldn't do it. So Miranda Otto gets cast. And then Miranda Otto gets cast in War of the Worlds, but gets pregnant, and they're like, well, just write it in. But there's this weird, like, sort of cosmic-y Spielberg connection there.
Yeah.
It's really kind of weird.
That's really weird.
Anyway, at the end in Boston, they go, and they're at her parents' house.
Yep.
Yeah. The grandparents at the very end are played by... Do you know who this is?
No.
Okay.
I was watching, but like, oh shit, I should probably look these people
No,
up.
that's fine. They're played by Gene Barry and Anne Robinson, who starred together 60 years earlier in what classic sci-fi adaptation? 62 years earlier.
62.
1953.
I'll say.
53 years ago.
Are they like voice actors from the original?
They are not. So I could be wrong.
No.
But continue on. There's
Are they in like some kind of like body snatchers thing?
No.
Okay.
They are the principal characters in the 1953 version of The War of the Worlds.
Ah, gotcha. I was like, I should have looked. I'm like, they're doing heavy-handed. Like, look at these people.
Yeah. And Gene Barry,
show some respect.
That's his last screen credit before. But yeah, like 50. What is that? It's a 52 years prior. Nice. It was 1953.
Yeah.
So
nice work.
There you go. All right, well, that brings us to the end of the episode. Be sure to find all of our previous episodes on your favorite streaming platforms, and stay tuned for our upcoming episodes on Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and the Chronic What in Narnia. Basically, our Christmas episodes coming up. Find us on the web via the Metaverse and Facebook and Instagram and Threads, and head to 20yearsforreviews.com for more info. I promise I'll update it soon. We want to say thank you for taking the time to listen and for clicking that like or subscribe button on your devices. This has been... Wait, hang on. Pause. This has been 20 Years, 4 Beers. My name is Steve.
I'm Tim.
And thanks for listening.
Thank you. That's good.
What the hell else are we drinking?
So...
I did what you're supposed to do and choke it down. Actually, I blame you because I asked you to remind me. I'm not going to say I had any kind of wet dream about Jared Kushner last night, but...